Digital Detox. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 125 of our Supersize Your Business, or no, Supersize You annual challenge. See, I do 2 challenges a day and I get confused sometimes. But I'm talking to you. If you are one of the people, the average person checks their phone, I can't do it, I'm recording on it, their device 96 times a day. Now, that means a whole lot of people are more and a lot of people are less. But the truth is, way too many people are being hijacked. Our attention, our mind, our thinking is being hijacked by digital technology and digital devices. And guess what? It's not going to get better unless we as individuals choose to make a difference. How do we do that? Well, number one, by setting boundaries on when we will and will not use our phone, or when we will and will not be engaging in digital technology and in the internet and things like that. So our phone addiction is absolutely positively 100% real. I mean, people will go through withdrawal, literally, and violent outbursts if you were to take their phone away. Just try stealing a teenager's phone and see what happens if you don't believe me. But it's because of all the dopamine hits. Every time our phone pings or makes a certain tone, because you can set different tones for different people and different types of announcements and notifications, it gives us a little rush. Oh, somebody's paying attention to me. Oh, somebody just bought my product or service. Oh, somebody needs me to help them do something, right? And it can be incredibly addictive. But what it does is it steals our attention and it interrupts our flow of getting anything done. It totally undermines our productivity, our ability to actually think for ourselves and do the things that we want to do because they're important to us. So today, this is going to be painful for some of you. I challenge you to do a digital detox. And we're just going to talk about our cell phones today. We could talk about social media. Maybe we'll talk about that another day, because talk about a way to really have a positive impact on your life. I've noticed since I joined this school platform, the amount of time I spend on social media platforms has gone down to, like, I can't even remember what it is, maybe an hour and some a week, just under 2 hours a week though. And I used to spend a lot of time on social media. I used to spend a lot of time on Facebook. I still spend time on Facebook because I record, but I'm not consuming. And there's a big difference in how it makes me feel to be creating content and recording on Facebook versus consuming the crap that shows up in my feed. And I say that absolutely positively because the vast majority of what shows up in my feed, which might tell you what I was paying attention to for a while, is stuff. It's either marketing messages and sales letters and things like that, or it's products and services that people are trying to sell me, or it's political nonsense and lies and bullshit, right? And who needs any of that? I don't need any of that. Not with how busy our lives are. We only get 24 hours in a day. So do we really want to be on our phone playing a game or texting people or watching, streaming some social media platform, whichever is your favorite of choice, for hours a day? I vote no. I'd rather go outside for a walk. So I'm going to challenge you today to do a phone detox, meaning ask yourself, when's the last time I left the house without my phone? I think the last time I left the house without my phone was because I literally forgot it and went to work without it, which was, I don't even remember how many years ago. It has to be at least 9 years ago, probably 10, that I was the last time I was like, my phone wasn't within a foot of me. And guess what? I'm not unique, because our phones do so many things for us nowadays. It's my alarm. It's my flashlight. It's my magnifier when I don't have a magnifying glass. It's my Be My Eyes, or hitting up an app when I need somebody to help me do something. It's my connection to the people that I'm here to serve, and to my family and friends and people I love and care about. And being all those things, it's more than just a phone, right? And that is part of why we are so addicted to it. We think it's our best friend. Unfortunately, phones and social media have been replacing people and best friends for far too many years and for far too many people in our population. Because what happens if you let a box or technology be the thing you pay the most attention to? What do you think happens? Our relationships are harmed. Our ability to be emotionally intelligent and think for ourselves is definitely impaired. And again, we see this every day on social media. We see people writing, saying, making videos about things that are heinous. And if they were in their right mind, which they clearly are not right now, they would never in a million years post anything like that. People are going to jail because they post threats to other people's lives. Who the hell threatens somebody else's life? Crazy people. And they'll use that in the brainwashed bullshit defense, but I don't think it's going to fly. Anyway, I divest. I get off track sometimes. So let's see what else I got for you today. So we're going to do a detox. You decide, and we're also going to set boundaries for digital use. I live with my daughter and two of my little granddaughters and her husband. And what I'm finding, it's especially the younger kids, there are 1 or 2 generations of people in the world right now that have been raised with the internet, with social media, and it has not been really good for humankind. There's always positives to everything, but there's also negatives to everything. We live in a dual universe, so for everything good that happens, usually there's something bad that happens, and we hope that good always wins over evil, but sometimes the tables turn and we feel like evil is winning. At least I've had experiences of that in my life. And so we want to make sure that we do for ourselves and take personal responsibility, everything that we can, to give ourselves the advantage of living a great and wonderful life, right? Because nobody's going to do it for us. Nobody's going to think for us. Nobody's going to do anything for us that we don't seek out and do and take ownership and leadership for ourselves. So if you're looking for somebody to save you, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it ain't happening. So nobody's coming to save any of us. We are more than capable of saving ourselves. Again, I'm on another tangent. I'm not going to ask you the reflective questions I wrote down. If you would like me to do a write-up with each day's challenge, in case I forget to talk about certain things or I get off on tangents like I am today, put write-up or put write, just one word, in the comments below. And I will start attaching those. I don't know if I'll attach them as comments because that'll mess up the flow of what I'm doing, but I might, depending on what everybody prefers. So just let me know what you would prefer. And if you don't care, then I'm not going to put notes on it. If nobody cares, it's just me that likes more information and in a different format, I won't do it. Make sense? Sound fair? I think it sounds fair. So what are we doing today? We are going to share in the comments below the one boundary we set with respect to digital consumption. So maybe we say, I don't check my phone first thing in the morning. Now, I use mine as an alarm clock, but guess what? It just wakes me up. I don't go on anything on my phone the first thing in the morning. I challenge you to do that, not go on anything. Don't pull up your computer. Don't go on your phone. Create a morning routine that actually reinforces how you want to feel throughout the whole day, not one that gets you into other people's feelings and emotions and drama before you even have a chance to get out of bed. Another boundary could be, hey, I work here from 9 to 5, but between 5 and 8:30 in the morning, I am not available for comment or emergencies. My dad used to have a saying, and I loved it. He said, piss poor for performance on your part does not create an emergency for me. And I'm sure he heard that from Peter Drucker or somebody in his corporate life, but it is so true. Everybody needs to be held accountable for their own actions, choices, thoughts, feelings, beliefs, because they're the only ones that can do anything about those things. And so let's set our boundaries in terms of when people can and cannot contact us. I am not particularly good at that, by the way, but after today, I'm going to be much better. Another place we can set boundaries is amount, like no, and I don't know if you've noticed, but have you gone out for dinner lately? Any restaurant you go to, I think at least 60, I wanted to say 80, but I don't know if it's 80% of people are with other people, but they've got their phone in their face and they're just texting or commenting or doing things. Talk about lack of being present. Talk about telling people that, oh, you're not important for me to spend time or talk to or actually communicate with on a human level because, you know, I got this ding on my phone. Ouch, right? No wonder so many relationships are in the toilet. So think of a boundary like that. Share in the comments below the one you're going to set today. And I'm going to also challenge you to start monitoring how much time you spend on your device. Mine actually tells me, I have an Android user, but once a week it sends me a report of how much time I spent on my phone compared to last week, as well as which platforms I spend most of my time on. Of course, it's Facebook number one, because I create my content here. And then it's the school platform is second, which has been a much needed shift in focus for me. All right. Any questions about this? Hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.